So I recently found this 2019 Boardman MHT 8.8 on Facebook Marketplace, which I ended up purchasing for just £250, which for a likely not stolen 290 with Rockshox forks and SRAM NX drivetrain I think is pretty damn reasonable. However, on a closer look it is visually quite battered, and I suspect this bike has had limited maintenance throughout its life. So today I'm going to be giving this bike some TLC before my riding picks up for the summer. So first of all, we're going to give the entire drivetrain a clean down, and then I'm actually going to attempt to wax the chain. It's actually my first time doing this, so I'm no expert. I've left some really useful links down in the description about how to do the process properly, and that goes for a lot of the other processes that I'm doing as well today. So normally when you're using WD-40 to clean your cassette, you want to put something in front of your disc brake rotor to stop it getting contaminated. I'm not too concerned about that here because we're going to give the disc brake rotors a good clean later on anyway. So I could have definitely cleaned these components a little bit more thoroughly, but for the amount of life that's actually left in them, it's probably not worth it. So next we're going to remove the Rockshox Judy forks from the frame so that it can have its 50-hour service. This fork is really in need of some new dust seals, but I've really struggled to find the replacement, so I'll have to do it another time. I then cleaned out any residual oil from the lower legs and reinstalled the foam rings before sliding them back onto the uppers. Next, I'm cleaning off the brake rotors using a disc brake cleaner. This is not normal WD-40 as someone else thought in a previous video. Both sets of pads are fairly badly contaminated here, so I'm going to give them a very light sand and clean with the disc brake cleaner. Normally I'd say just replace the pads altogether with new ones, but I think these have got a fair bit of life left in them, so we'll just see how it goes. So I cleaned all the spacers, bolts and bearings that I took off the bike so that they can now go on nice and clean with some fresh grease. The chain's going to be fairly hot when it comes out of here, so just make sure you don't burn yourself and then just let it dry for a few minutes. Once you've loosened the links up, you can then put the chain back on the bike. So I went around the bike and made sure everything was all tightened up properly, and that's it, that's the service complete. So for a couple of hours worth of time, I think this service was really worth doing on this bike. On my test ride this morning, you could genuinely feel the difference that the service had made. So the brakes felt really sharp, and the Rockshox Judy actually felt very plush for an entry level fork. I was really surprised at how smooth the gears were as well now with the wax on there. I'd be interested to see how that holds up over time. So yeah, I'm really glad that I've done this service, and I can't wait to ride the bike over the summer. I hope this video has inspired you to go away and give your own bike a service if it's needed. As I said, if you're doing it yourself, then do look at the links in the description because they do tell you how to do all the things that I've done today properly. So thank you very much for watching and ride safe.